Aaron Rodgers, again, in the news, as he's been in the news really for the balance of the year, was at an event last week where he was answering questions, mentioned playing in Chicago next year. The Steelers, of course, playing in Chicago. He did say that he wasn't going to be playing for the Saints. So I thought this is a good place to really give you guys an update on where he's at and where things are going here. I think the first thing to remember, we've talked about this a bit over the last couple of weeks, is why we're here and why he and the Steelers didn't consummate a deal, say, at the beginning of April, and just say, okay, Aaron, you take care of your personal your personal affairs. There were some things that he was taking care of. Again, we're very respectful of all of that. You go and do the travel that you need to do. You go and take care of your personal matters, take care of the people around you, and then show up whenever you're ready to show up. The problem with that, of course, is if you do it that way, then at the beginning of your off-season program, at the beginning of OTAs, which is this week, at the beginning of minicamp, the questions are going to be, where's Aaron? Where's Aaron? Where's Aaron? And that's not just a problem for Aaron Rodgers himself to handle. It's a problem for the other players, it's a problem for the coaches. So instead of pressing that, you just say, okay, you take care of your stuff. And then when you show up here, you're all in. I also think to some degree, all of this was affected by Aaron Rodgers' own experience last year. My understanding is he was a little pissed about the way that everything went down last year and the way that everything was handled, with the Jets minicamp, and how there was, and not specifically anybody in the Jets organization, but just he didn't like the way that everything was digested and the way that everything happened so publicly last year, where he wasn't at the minicamp. And I do think having gone through that last year certainly could affect his outlook when it comes to, do I sign, do I not sign? Do I sign now and wait, or do I wait until I'm ready to be all in and sign? So to me, the next deadline isn't today, which is the start of OTAs for the Steelers. To me, the next big deadline would be the start of minicamp, which is in a couple weeks. And I would think that that would be a juncture when the Steelers would really love to have him in. So I think we're in a critical stage right now, but I don't think we're at a critical date. Again, I would expect that Rodgers will be a Steeler, and the Steelers are expecting Rodgers to be there at some point. And, now the ball is in Rodgers' court, and he's got his personal matters to take care of, and we'll see where it goes from here.